So here's another review that I have for the quiz 8.1 to 8.5. Number 1 says, given the sequence 14, 8 to -4, write the recursive formula for the sequence. All right, so here I see it's gone down by 6. It's also gone down by 6 here. So I'm realizing I'm going to add -6 to the previous term. So my recursive formula, remember recursive always has two parts. A sub 1 is the first term, which is 14, and a sub n is the previous term, minus 6. For the explicit formula, a sub n is the first term, which is 14, minus 6 times n minus 1. Now, like I said before, you can always write it another way by distributing that -6, and I'll do that over here. Distribute this -6, and I get 14 minus 6n plus 6. So when I combine that, that would be a sub n equals 20 minus 6n. Okay. Letter C. Use one of the formulas to determine the 25th term. I think I might actually just use this last formula that I did here. A sub 25 equals 20 minus 6 times 25. And I can get my calculator out and do that. 20 minus 6 times 25. Hit enter, and I'll get my answer. Let you fill that in. All right, number 2 says, identify each sequence as arithmetic, geometric, or neither. Explain your choice. So, let's see, this would be 1, which, since these are written as fractions, I'm going to make this 1 over 1. In order to be arithmetic, there has to be a constant difference. So 1/8 minus 1 and 1/27 minus 1/8. Let's see if those are the same. So 1/8 minus 1 is -0.875. So this would be -0.875 for a constant difference. Let's see what 1/27 minus 1/8, right? And I do not get the same thing. I get -0.08796, and it keeps going. So not arithmetic, so it's not going to be arithmetic. Now let's look for constant ratio. 1/8 divided by 1 is just 1/8. 1/27 divided by 1/8 is going to be 1/27 times 8. Which is going to be 8/27. That is not 1/8. So it's not geometric. Therefore, it is neither. And the work that I have shown explains my choice. I tried to find a constant difference. I tried to find a constant ratio, and both times it did not work. All right, let's look at this next one. Let's look for a constant difference. 28 minus 8 is 20. 98 minus 28 is 60. So, not arithmetic. Now let's go for a constant ratio. 28 divided by 8, and then I'll do 98 divided by 28. Let's see what I get. 28 divided by 8, 3.5. 98 divided by 28, 3.5. Let's see if even the other one works. 343 divided by 98, 3.5. Therefore, it is geometric, because there's a constant ratio. That's how I know. I'm not showing my work to prove that. Now let's do this next one. -7 minus -1 is -6. negative 13 minus negative 7, negative 6, negative 19 minus negative 13, negative 6. So it's arithmetic because there is a constant difference. Let's go to this next one. Suppose the current cost of a certain car is $14,775. That's going to be a starting amount, or a zero term, and the cost is increasing by 3.6%. So that's going to be 1 plus, because it's increasing by that 0.036. If this rate continues, what will be the cost of a new car at the end of 9 years? So I've got 14,775 times 1.036. The reason it's important it says at the end, because we can go to the ninth power, because we're doing it at the end of 9 years. If it was at the beginning of 9 years, really only 8 years would have passed. And because this is the current cost, which means this is the zero term, this is going to be the nth power. That's why we didn't do 9 minus 1 and make it 8. If this was the first term, then this would have been 9 minus 1. But because this is the zero term, this is simply 9. And I'll go ahead and I'll put that in my calculator. 14,775, 1.036 to the 9th power. And I'll let you guys do that, and you'll get your answer. It goes right there. All right, let's go to the next one, number 4. The first row of a movie theater, first row, it's like a first term, has 15 seats. And each successive row has an additional 3 seats. So add 3 to the previous row. That sounds to me like an arithmetic sequence. And I'm asked to find how many total seats, so it's actually going to be an arithmetic series, are in a theater with 24 rows. Right? So I'm going to use, let's see, I know the first row. I don't know the last row. So I'm going to use the formula for arithmetic series that says 2 times the first term plus the constant difference times n minus 1. So use that formula. 24 rows, so S of 24 is 24 divided by 2. 2 times the first row has 15.
Good morning, Ms. Anthony. If you're in the building.
Sorry about that. There was an announcement. I'm obviously at school while I'm making this video. It's also why it's, if you can tell, the paper's shaking. It's a long story. My desk vibrates because of the air handler from the refrigerator that's underneath my room. So every once in a while my desk just shakes. So sorry about that. So let's get back to this problem. So 2 times 15, because there's 15 seats in the first row, plus the constant difference is 3, and n minus 1 would be 23, because 24 minus 1 is 23. So S of 24 is going to be 24 divided by 2 times 30 plus, this be 69. And I'm going to go ahead and let you guys put that in your calculator, and you'll be able to get your final answer. I would probably, when I put it in my calculator, I know that 24 divided by 2 is just 12, so I'd probably just change this to a 12 times 30 plus 69, or 12 times, what is 30 plus 69? That'd be 99. So 12 times 99. Probably the easiest way to put that in your calculator. Let's go on to the next page. All right, so number 5 is the one we're skipping. We did not do limits this year, so you may skip number 5. Let's go to number 6. I will tell you number 6, there's not going to be anyone on the quiz this hard. I just think it's a really good problem. So if you want to skip over this one, you can, but for those of you who would like to try to read through and solve this problem, I am going to explain it. So Ashley has the holiday job wrapping presents at the local department store. There are a variety of different box sizes to customers. The smallest box requires 8 square inches of wrapping paper. I'm thinking that that's important. Ashley has a total of 2,900 square inches of wrapping paper, and each increase in box size requires an additional 9 square inches. That sounds like an arithmetic series where we're adding 9 to each additional. If she wraps one box of each size, how many different box sizes will she be able to wrap with the supplied paper? So we know the total. What we don't know here is how many boxes. We don't know n. And it does look like an arithmetic series. I'm thinking we're going to need to use the arithmetic, because it's a total, arithmetic series formula, n divided by 2, 2 times the first, plus d times n minus 1. This is the formula I'm going to choose to use. I know the total. S of n stands for the total. I know that the total already is 2,900. I don't know n. That's what I don't know. I don't know how many boxes there are. 2 times the first box is 8. The constant difference is 9. Again, I don't know n. So now I'm just going to solve this algebraically. 2,900 equals, I'm going to do a little simplifying here, n divided by 2 times 16 plus 9n minus 9. All right, I'm going to keep simplifying what's inside of those parentheses. 16 and negative 9 is 7 plus 9n. I really don't like this 2 on the bottom. Rather than distributing it to both of these, I'd like to get rid of it, so I'm going to multiply this side by 2, because this is all multiplication, which means I have to multiply this side by 2. Well, 2 times 2,900 would give me 5,800. These cancel, and it's kind of nice. Now I'm just left with the n, and now I can distribute that. Equals 7n plus 9n squared. I need to set my quadratic equal to 0, so I'm going to move the 5,800 over to this side. And I'm going to put my quadratic in descending order. I have 9n squared plus 7n minus 5,800. And I'm realizing I'm going to need to solve this quadratic. I don't think I want to factor this. I don't think I want to do quadratic formula. Those would be some really large numbers. I think I'm going to put this in my calculator and look for the zeros. So I'm going to go to y equals 9x squared plus 7x minus 5,800. What's my window on right now? I don't know if that window's going to work. Let's see. Yeah, I don't see anything there. Okay, that means that window's not going to work for me. Since I can't see anything, I'm thinking that my zeros have to be beyond 10. There must be more than 10 boxes. So I'm going to go to my window and maybe make this from -5 to 30, possibly. Let's just kind of, and I don't really think the up and down isn't really what I'm worried about. I'm just looking for where it crosses that x-axis, so maybe I'll just change it -100 to 100. Let's see if that works. Okay. All right, well, I definitely found one of my places that it crosses. So it looks like it's right there. So I need to figure out where that is. I don't know if there's another one. So I'm thinking I need to zoom out even farther. So maybe I should stick with -10. Maybe go out even farther to 40. And let's go -5. Maybe not as much in the negatives. Let's try -50 to 500. Don't know if that's going to help.